Head coach for Vietnam is Tai Quang Lai.
And there you have it, the first 6 from our 2 squads. Vietnam fielding in their usual first 6, based from their last match against Singapore. So the backstory of this, Noreen, of course, was Singapore was ranked lowest in their bracket, or third in their bracket. So they had to face lowest seeded on the other side first before going up against for this fifth, or battle for fifth, that we're watching or witnessing today.
Yeah, which is Vietnam. And Vietnam beat Singapore in straight sets to get here to the battle for fifth.
And now as we enter the battle for fifth, it's a rematch of the last match of Vietnam and Cambodia, which happened just a few days ago. This happened 4 days ago, to be exact, on December 6, 2019, wherein it ended in 5 sets. So, knowing that I have you as my partner, then we are ready to.
We are in
for a long one. I'm sure all the games today, a lot of these teams are very much excited, very much going to fight their heart out as they want to go to a higher seed before and finish the competition on a high note.
Yeah, and it's the last game day for men's volleyball, so you know that all teams will be ready to play their hearts out and end in style. And we have to mention, no, before the game starts, for Cambodia, actually they have a very young volleyball team. If you try to Google it on the net, you won't even see them, I think, on Wikipedia. So it's already, I think, a revelation for their volleyball program that they're vying for fifth in a group of 17 in men's volleyball. So at least they have something to look forward to moving forward.
And speaking of how young this squad is also expected to improve in the next few years. But right now, Vietnam is getting the early point, and Cambodia just getting the favor back in the first 2 rallies. As we see Cambodia's number 15, Kun Nom.
Well, looking at their previous match, you can see the strength of Vietnam, which we're expecting in today's game, is their blocking. They outblocked Cambodia by almost double, by double actually, 22-11 in that match. So you know that in today's game they want to use that as an advantage.
Well, looking at the Vietnamese players, they seem to have that length for perfect for the blocking that you were talking about. As Vietnam continues to score here, it's 2-1, and serve now comes from Duc Han Tan. Picked up by the libero of Cambodia. An opposite hit from Cambodia doesn't work. It does, and that's a point for the Cambodians.
Yeah, that's their star actually, Sarun. He scored 29 points in that match against Vietnam, so we're expecting him to carry the cudgels for Team Cambodia.
Cambodia goes for a tip.
Oh, good save.
Cambodia answers with a back row. On the other side, Vietnam going for that combination. Great save there, coming from their captain. Hit straight to their captain. Cambodia sets up an open hit, coming from Viasna.
But you can see early on, no, there are a lot of miscues in their side before that hitting error, a lot of collisions. So they have to check that.
Would you say it's part of the jitters of being in this level? Or is it just part of starting or finding your groove out in the game?
I think it's just finding their groove out in the game. But they're showing their strength in digging, talking about Cambodia, even if they're down 2-4. You can see that their defense is solid. So it's a matter right now of converting good defense into offense.
We saw that tip coming from Sok Heyang. Serve now from Vietnamese. Picked up there. You go just set up for a quick. That is denied.
Yeah, wasted opportunity there. Again, no good first pass there. So you can see early on in the set, Cambodia, although again, no, they're down in the set, you can see good first pass. So their offense really has to get going.
And sometimes it's really about the maturity also of the squad. Looking at Vietnam, they seem to be very mature, more wise per se.
Timeout,
As we just saw
Cambodia.
that Regalo hit from Vietnam. Cambodia calls timeout.
Yeah, 2 there, getting a free ball. So Vietnam actually starting out pretty strong here in the first set.
That was Tu Tan Tuan, or some people say it's T3.
So there's a T4 and a
There's
T3.
Maybe it's time to look for other levels of the T's or the T family. But right now, Vietnam ahead by 4 points as Cambodia is finding their way.
Well, they've been serving well here early on in the first set.
And you've mentioned it's the serves, the blocks that have been working on the side of Vietnam. Serve there coming from Vietnam's side. On the other side, a hit coming from number 7 of Cambodia, Pin Sarun, who's their most deadly weapon, especially in the right wing.
Yeah, you know he will get his numbers. I mean, the last match he scored 29 points, so you know he's really the first option of this Cambodian squad.
On the other side, the Vietnamese have an answer, courtesy of their team captain, T3.
Yeah, opposite hitter there, at least on the opposite side.
So they're really maximizing both their right wings so far for these two squads. T3 on the serve.
Good serve.
Set up, they go to the open side. Denied there by the blockers of Vietnam. They go up again to the open side. That one gets through for Viasna.
Viasna actually started the previous match, played the first 2 sets, but did not play the next 3 sets.
Born Viasna on the serves line. Waiting for that jump serve. Picked up by Vietnam. A collision on the net. See that again.
Yeah,
With his joust.
over receive, and you can see a David and Goliath battle there.
Great read there coming from Kwon Mon.
Yeah.
Mon.
Yeah, you know, he's the second best scorer for this Cambodian team, scoring 25 points in that previous match.
Vietnam gets a point off the hands of Cambodia with a back row hit. They are up by 3 points, and we'll be back after the short break at the 30th Southeast Asian Games. Welcome back to the 30th Southeast Asian Games coverage of men's volleyball. This is the battle for fifth between Vietnam and Cambodia. It's 8-5 now as Vietnam is ahead by 3 points.
You can see the matchup early on here in this first set. 3-point lead, yes, but is anyone actually dictating the pace of the game? I don't think so.
No one yet.
No one yet.
As Cambodia tries to get one to the other side with Pim Sarun.
Yeah, hitting error there. But I think that was a wise set to go to him. Again, he's your first option. for Cambodia.
Vietnam now. Serve is with Quang Can Le. They go up to the open side, going down the line was Vyasna Vorn. Vorn Vyasna, but that sail's a bit too strong for Cambodia. Vietnam just cruising away with a 5-point lead.
Yeah, back-to-back hitting errors there for Cambodia. You have to check that. You don't want to be giving free points to Vietnam.
Cambodia gets one, gets a freebie.
They give it right back.
Cambodia now with An Sok Heng serving.
Good serve.
Set up, they go to a running attack and it works. That was Tan Duk Han. Let's see this again. Duk Han going for that sharp angle down the line.
Yeah, great set. Credit to the setter as well, because that was a very well thought of set. One blocker there, they get the point.
Set up for a back row play, and it works for Cambodia's Pinsarun.
Yeah, making up for that previous back row hitting error.
Pinsarun trying to get back his digits here on the board as their captain, Son Chanaro, who served. But on the other side, Vietnam easily answers back with T3.
Yeah, from the back row, you can see the options of Vietnam. A lot of options for the setter, Van Tu Din.
Hit from the middle, that's a regalo for Vietnam.
Well, after a pretty solid defensive start for Cambodia right now, we can feel that they're kind of shaky, giving away a couple of free balls, and Vietnam, you're right, cruising a bit here in the middle part of the first set.
Vietnam starting to pull away here.
Yeah.
But Cambodia is trying to make an answer. We're seeing Cambodia's coach, Lee Jun, very disappointed on the last play as Vietnam continues to serve. They go up to the open side, going down the line, finding that corner spot.
Yeah, that's Sarun again for Cambodia. But one thing they really have to check here in the first set are their errors. Too many errors, giving away too many free points for Vietnam. So you can see the 6-point lead.
These freebies are going to be costly. Cambodia, great serve, but a great setup for that middle hit coming from the setter, Din Van Tu, connecting with their middle as we see that again on the replay, Tan Nguyen.
So you can see he's actually distributing the ball, talking about Vietnam and setter Van Tu Din. Good serve.
On the other side, they choose a back row play, popped up by Vietnam. Vietnam on an answer. Going for that swipe was Vorn Vyasna. But then Vietnam seems to be challenging this one for a net fault.
There's a challenge on the call by Vietnam, net fault.
Well, it actually looked like he swiped it off the blocker's hand.
That's also what I saw in our angle. Like, it was a clear swipe.
Yeah.
But of course, these cameras have better angles.
Yep.
As this becomes an integral part of the game. Just trying to make sure, because there's a lot of human error that can occur.
Yeah.
So trying to double, triple, quadruple check with the challenges. Vietnam's coach looking very focused in this match as we see his squad.
But it's actually, the reality of the check, and of the challenge. The players are the ones telling the coaches what they actually think of that play. A lot of times the players are the ones committing the mistakes. Like they would say, no, I didn't touch the net. But in the slow-mo, in the
Well,
challenge.
the video won't lie as we see this. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So there's a, well, they called for net
The
violation,
challenge was successful.
and it becomes successful on that last play as
At the second
Vietnam
technical
enters
timeout, the score
the
is
second
16 to
technical
8.
timeout. Don't go away,
Still
we'll
in
be back
favor of
here at the
Vietnam.
30th Southeast Asian Games. And we're back here at the Phil Sports Arena. Vietnam going up against Cambodia. Vietnam ahead by 8 big points
End of
over
the second
Cambodia
technical
to
timeout.
finish 5th in the 30th Southeast Asian Games. Sinjin Reyes with Noreen Go as we start this match. Continue this match.
Yeah, Vietnam with a comfortable 8-point advantage here against Cambodia.
Vietnam serves with number 11, Duc Han. They go up to a swipe, a tip. They go to the opposite side with T3, and T3 gets the point for Vietnam.
Yeah, the blocker was actually there. It slowed down that ball, but you see the defense really a second late. It wasn't a split second late. It was already a second late because he was slow to react.
Very late reaction time.
Yeah, and these are the things actually plaguing Cambodia in this first set.
However, if they get a perfect first ball, they could set up plays like that. Like just what they did with the connection of Ratanak with their setter, Chanaro. Take a knife for that be quick as game continues. They go to a quick on the side of Vietnam, and it's an easy conversion for Hai.
Now he's been playing well, given the opportunity, given that set by Din. Nguyen has been converting.
Vietnam goes for their serve. Picked up by Cambodia. They go to the open side, and Viasna gets a point for Cambodia.
And you can see what Cambodia can do, no, in terms of offense. It's a matter of being consistent here in the first set. You're down by pretty much a big margin. You have to focus on stringing up a couple of points, try to get back into this match.
Vietnam is going to be a difficult opponent to challenge, because if you see that connection with Vinh Ngoc Huang, their setter, Van Tu Din, that's going to be a hard match to challenge here.
Well, he's been playing very well. Speaking of Van Tu Din, he's been setting well, distributing the ball well, everybody getting an opportunity to score. So right now, Cambodia having a hard time in terms of blocking and reading Vietnam's offense.
It doesn't help that they give up freebies here.
Boy, these errors really killing Cambodia in this first set.
Serve now is coming from Vietnam's number 8, Quang Can Lei. Set up, they go to back row play. Still popped up by Vietnam, but nobody home for the second ball.
Yeah, that was Sarun again. But a good effort there by their libero, Hun.
So far though, for the side of Vietnam, it has been the wings who's been very busy for today. As Vietnam goes for a substitution. Number 16, is fielded in Dukwang Kao. Dukwang Tao. But what a play there coming from their setter. The ball doesn't cross, and Van Tu Din gets the point.
Even he wants to get into the scoring act.
It's going to be quite different in terms of history, as Vietnam is usually gunning for a podium finish. So far, casts have been changed.
Yeah.
There's a recasting for finals and bronze medal match. It's about winning this game to end this conference or this season at a high note.
Well, the fact that the Philippines dethroned four-time gold medal champions in Thailand, that's already a change up in the standings already. So, you know, it's going to be interesting really who is going to go or who's going to get the gold in the 2019 SEA Games.
Well, it's just about to, we just need to wait and see. 'Cause that's happening in a few hours. After this game, we have the battle for bronze between Myanmar going up against Thailand, the Titans of Thailand. So we see this play going for that quick
Timeout,
textbook
Cambodia.
quick for Cambodia.
Yeah, that was a good setup, but wasted opportunity as he hit it wide. But again, you know, Sinj, we have to say, we can see some bright spots for Cambodia. They're down by 10, but we can see, you know, if they, you said it earlier, if they get the first ball, they could convert, go into the middle blockers. I think it's more really consistency and communication. Right now, they're starting out really slow, very far from what we saw when they beat Vietnam in their previous meeting.
Actually, what's interesting in what you said is that there's a future lined up for this Cambodian squad, and looking at their ages, they have one of the youngest players in the tournament right now, someone born at 2001, so just at 18. That's the open hitter Vyasna. So she's probably one of the youngest inside the court.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know, the SEA Games is only only the start for their volleyball program. Again, a very young squad, and for them to finish at least, you know, 6th or 5th, I think that's already a huge
Big deal,
step.
yeah.
A big deal, a huge step in their program moving forward, because they're a young team. When I tried to search them and their history in the net, I really didn't see anything. So that's how young they are.
They're quite new, but no one is saying that they're not ripe yet to be in the SEA Games, because it seems like they have a competitive chance, as Cambodia on cue scores with Kwon Mom.
Yeah, after this good save there by Vietnam, good effort there. So we can see there are people who can contribute aside from Sarun, using Mom and Vyasna. So they just have to get their groove.
Great pancake coming from Team Cambodia. Vietnam, the block has been breached, and Cambodia reaches the 15-point mark. It's just 9 points for Vietnam right now.
Yeah, that's just a smart placement shot by Ratanak there. Well, we always say that even if you're down by a huge margin, you don't want to just give this away like that. Like that. Case
Can't
in
just
point.
give easy games to your opponents
Vietnam
any time
takes
of the
set
day,
number one,
as Vietnam
25 to
gets
15.
set number 1, 25 to 13. We'll be back for more battle for 5th men's volleyball action, only here at the 30th Southeast Asian Games. Back here inside the Phil Sports Arena from Pasig City, Philippines, Sinjan Reyes with Noreen Go as we break down what happened in set number 1 between Cambodia and Vietnam. It was 25-15 here at our battle for fifth first set, Noreen.
Well, there's really just one category that will really catch your attention. Opponents' errors. Cambodia with 13 errors. That's 10 more than Vietnam with just 3. Everything else is actually pretty much even. So we were mentioning early on, Sinjin, that first set, Cambodia has to check their errors. They're giving away too many points. And, you know, had they not given 10 free points, you don't know. It could have been a close match. They could have even probably won this. At least it would be a better set. So moving forward here in the second set, they really have to check those errors.
Yeah, and they can't play like that. They have to bring back their game that they showed against Vietnam in their first outing. But right now, we're seeing a very different Cambodian squad. Still finding their groove here.
Yeah.
While for Vietnam, this is just a normal work day in the office.
Actually, it's a normal work day, but Cambodia's got to actually try to get their game going. You know, they seem a split second late, you know, in their steps, in their defense. But we can see, again, there are bright spots to mention. Like Sarun still played well. We get a couple of points by Viasna. You know, but they have to be consistent. I think communication is key here in the second set.
Well, for Vietnam, they're faster, they're taller. And so far, they're really just trying to lord this over as they go for that tip. On the other side, Cambodia goes up to the open side, and it works for Team Cambodia's number 15, Kwon Mom.
Yeah, that's a great set by Chanaro, their team captain, fooling the blockers of Vietnam. One blocker there with a challenge, and they get the point. One thing we also have to mention, no? Vietnam is known for their blocking. Like in that previous match we mentioned earlier, they outblocked Cambodia 22-11. But in the first set, both squads actually 0 blocks. So, you know, we're expecting a lot more action by the net from both teams, for that matter.
But one Waterloo that seems to be somewhere where they're trying to find their groove is in receptions, because looking at their previous match, they're at around 45% in efficiency only for excellent receptions.
Yeah, so they have to check that also. You know, for me, we mentioned Cambodia, very young team, but still, no, you're vying for 5th. It's still a huge leap, actually, from 6th when you talk about a team's resume.
Well, that's what they're trying to get here or achieve here as they get one over Vietnam, 3-2. And service now is on the hands of their hitter, Kwon Mom. Serve from Kwon Mom.
Oh, good serve.
Set up. And that works. That quick works for Team Vietnam's number 18. That's none other than Vu Ngoc Hoang.
Yeah, a good response there from Vietnam of a good serve from Mom of Cambodia. But you know, Vietnam has got to watch it also, because in that match, you know, where they eventually lost to Cambodia, they won it easily also in the first set, 25-20, lost close in the second set, then eventually, you know, actually losing the match. So you had a good start, Vietnam, 25-15. You don't want to be complacent, especially here in the second set.
Now, would you say there's some sort of complacency given that you've already won against a Vietnamese squad in the first round, and now you're facing again here at the finals, or at the finals round? You have that opportunity to just, you know, we've done that before. We've already had that opportunity to win against them, so we could do it again.
Well, I think it's more of they have to have that mindset that we did it once, we can do it again kind of attitude. Not the, oh, we beat them already, let's just, you know, go through the motions, because it is still a testament of where your program is, talking about Cambodia.
Well, I'm sure it's not that mentality that's in their minds
Yeah.
right now, as
It's just a slow start.
yeah, it's probably just a slow start for them as Vietnam continues to rampage through with a 3-point advantage. They go up to the open side and lefty Ramsey kicks in and hits that.
Yeah, well, they need more of that from him to help Sarun, Viasna, and Mom.
Ramsey has also been fielded in as a sub in their previous match against Vietnam. Set up. Free ball. They go to the back. And the block doesn't check in back to inside the court.
Well, at least for Cambodia, you've challenged the blockers, the spikers. The blockers were there, and that's a start. And hopefully for them, they can have a couple of kill blocks.
Set up for the opposite side. Well, did it get through though? Did it?
At the sets,
So we're having a short lull here as to what happened.
And I think the challenge, they're
Yeah.
going to challenge that, saying that it was blocked.
there is a challenge on the call by Vietnam, by Cambodia.
Cambodia challenging the call because the point has been awarded to Vietnam.
Yeah, the call was actually 4 touches, meaning the ball did not cross. So Cambodia is saying that it touched the blocker's hand. So that's what the challenge is all about.
Well, we'll have to double check that with what happened inside the court. Let's check this one.
Oh,
Oh, great call there.
yeah, great
from-
challenge.
Good call from the head
The
coach
challenge
of
was successful.
Cambodia, Lee Jun. Successful challenge for Team Cambodia.
Yeah, it was actually Sarun. We saw it. It was him who signaled, challenged the call. And that's good decision on his part.
Well, their eyes are closer, so they have a chance to see it better as Cambodia popped that one up. They go up to a quick on the side of Vietnam. On the other side, Cambodia sets up a back row play. Denied by the double block of Vietnam. Courtesy of
At the
Vu
set's
Ngoc
first technical
Huang, and this
timeout,
brings
the
us to
score is
our
8 to
first
5
technical
in favor
timeout.
of
Don't go
Vietnam.
away. Back here inside the Phil Sports Arena
And
from
with the
Pasig
first
City,
technical
Philippines,
timeout.
as we still continue our ball game between Vietnam and Cambodia. Vietnam up ahead by 1 set and 3 points as Cambodia lags behind by 3 points here at the second set. So Vietnam looking to close this out here in the second set and continue their cruise control as they serve.
Well,
Yes?
well, before that technical timeout, we finally saw a kill block from Vietnam, and we mentioned that was their strength. But the first set, we didn't see any of that. As we can see, Sarun is pumped up. You know, I think he needs to do that. He needs to get his teammates going, trying to, wake them up.
He needs someone to be the game changer inside the court.
And it should be him. I mean, he is their
Top
go-to.
scorer, yeah. But it doesn't help when your wing spikers get a triple block up against them. That was number 15, Kun Mom, denied by 3 blockers of Vietnam.
Yeah, and you can see in your screen, actually, it was Doc Han Tran, number 11, getting a hand at that.
Setup now goes to the back row for Cambodia. Picked up and popped up there, but nobody home to bring it over to the other side. Sarunpin continues
Yeah.
to score.
Here's the bright spot for Cambodia. And what about that poker face, that game face on?
Well, he needs to go serious with the business for today because it's not easy. They go up to the open side with Kunmum, and Kunmum is denied.
Yeah, boy, the blocking right now of Vietnam working. 3 blocks already here in the second set.
Vietnam obviously started establishing their blocking
Substitution for
pattern against Cambodia.
Number 15
And
out
this
of
probably
number
just
20,
signals
Vietnam
this
in.
substitution from Cambodia. Viasna comes back in.
Yeah, I think they want more firepower. I'm talking about Cambodia. Good serve, good serve. Ooh.
Cambodia still trying to keep their hopes up here. Never say die for the Cambodians.
Yeah, Ratanak. You know, that was an over receive, but Cambodia still able to get that point. Good dig.
Free ball from Cambodia. Vietnam answers back with a combination play picked up by the libero. They go to the open side with that tip from Viasna. On the other side, Vietnam gives up a free ball. Long rally we have here. They go to a quick from Cambodia, and that works. Vietnam unable to make it past the 10-point mark as Cambodia tries to catch up.
Yeah, and don't look now, it's just a 1-point lead. A better showing right now for Cambodia. You know, you can see if they're talking, if they're, you know, if they're in the game, if their heads are in the game, they're playing very well. Wow.
But it doesn't help when Cambodia is all fired up with T3. He's been quite silent in the first set.
Yeah, but that's like pouring water, you know, for
Icing the burn.
yeah, for Vietnam, because they were just ahead by 1.
So now coming from Vietnam. Set up. They go to the open side to pin.
Wow.
But pin gets denied there.
Yeah, Ngoc Vu. So that's already 4, at least in our count. 4 blocks for Vietnam. That's what's keeping them. You know, I mean, they're not playing as smooth as they did in terms of offense in the first set, but they're blocking working well for them.
And seemingly so, the block has been very established here, as just what we saw in that last play. Vietnam really pressing against the other side, forcing them to commit some mistakes and some faults.
As you said, that Sarun goes into the net
Timeout,
after a
Cambodia.
good block or a good stop there.
Cambodia calls timeout now because this inflated to a 4-point advantage. So far, Noreen, what seems to be the common trend between these two squads?
Well, for me, really, it's for here in the second set, Cambodia's got to realize it's not a trend, but it's what you're seeing, what you're witnessing. No, Cambodia should realize that Vietnam's blocking is on point. You know, at least 4 or 5 kill blocks already here in the second set, and they're just down by 4. What do? You change things up. You know, go to your back row, go have some combination plays. You know, not just challenge the blockers of Vietnam. You have to change things up.
Let's see how Cambodia will try to do that, but Vietnam looking to cruise through this. They go up to the opposite side on the side of Cambodia, and it works for Viasna. Viasna seems to be the solid voice for today or the solid answer of Cambodia for today against Vietnam.
And I like his build. It's a very good built for a volleyball player.
Very lengthy as they go or try to go for a block, but that block goes out. Back to 4-point advantage for Vietnam. Vietnam just playing with maturity here.
Yeah, good. Well, that was a good try for Cambodia. Ramsey went up for that. Raxmi went up for that block. So again, good challenge. Maybe in the future you'll get a couple of kill blocks like we mentioned earlier.
Cambodia and Vietnam just keep on exchanging some points here.
Yeah, that's when you say that Cambodia's gotta make a couple of stops here. You can't be trading points as you are down by 3.
Serve now is coming from Cambodia's number 16, Ratanak. Picked up there by Vietnam. They go up to a quick work. It's popped up by Cambodia on the other side. Cambodia hitting that right under the ball. That was Raxmi.
Yeah, wasted opportunity there. They were able to keep that ball alive, but another hitting error. But you know, here in the second set, we noticed also Cambodia less errors as compared to the first set. 13 big errors there in the first set for Cambodia.
Quite more competitive for Cambodia in this set as Cambodia gets that one through. Back to a 3-point advantage for Vietnam. Seemingly so also Noreen. We're also seeing quite a start here for Team Vietnam, who found themselves at the bottom part of their bracket and will be going through a needle hole, or
the eye of
the eye of the needle if they want to get through and finish 5th.
Well, they're looking good here.
At the set's second
Great
technical
start.
timeout, the score is 16-12 in favor of Vietnam.
Welcome back to the coverage of the 30th Southeast Asian Games
And the
men's
presenting
volleyball
technical
tournament.
timeout.
16-12, Vietnam still in control of this second set. Cambodia tries to get one through, but Vietnam keeps on answering back. Vietnam now continues with a serve coming from Ngoc Hong.
Yeah, well, this is a better set for Cambodia, but they have to be careful not to let it slip away because they lost the first set 15-25. So now you're down by 4. Now you're down by 5. What you do, you've been playing well, receive, converting. So you have to keep at it. You know, again, a lot of good players scoring for Cambodia. Viesna, Sarun still playing well. So you have to be careful not to let this slip away.
They go up to a back row play on the side of Cambodia. Vietnam chooses the back row too with a soft touch. On the other side, they go to pin. And pin Sarun getting a point from the back row. Again, exchange of points, Noreen, just continuous for these two squads.
You can see the athleticism of Sarun from the back.
I'm excited when he starts gaining muscle, starts to mature more for their squad. For sure, that would be a great addition for Team Cambodia. Okay, so
There
right
is
now we have a
on the
challenge
by
call
Vietnam. Ball
coming
in,
from
ball out.
Vietnam. Ball in or ball out on a last serve.
Yeah, but from our vantage point of view, it looked like it was an ace serve. So they will challenge, and we will wait to see.
Let's see. Some reminders coming from our second referee to head coach Thai Quang Lai. Oh,
In.
that's pretty clear. That's in. Good eyesight from
The
our
challenge was
referees.
unsuccessful.
You know, the challenge system also tries to prevent some momentum
Yeah.
from sliding towards one side that easily.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that because I've watched some games where there are challenges, and some of the coaches actually do use those challenges to break the momentum, you know?
It's breaking the ice. It's like a timeout.
Yeah. But like so far here in the SEA Games, you can see that it is very straightforward. They're really challenging a call, whether in or out, net or block touch. So far, not bad here in the SEA Games.
Well, it's all part of a coach's strategy as Vietnam gets the point back with that service fault coming from Cambodia.
Yeah.
Up by 3 are Vietnamese.
Yeah, very painful service error there. Again, we said they have to check not to give free points to Vietnam because they did lose a set handily.
Hit there coming from Viasna of Cambodia. Let's see that again. Set up that loop going off the block, point for Cambodia.
Yeah, great challenge there by Viasna.
This is just 2 points. Serve coming from Cambodia. They set up their open side. What a hit!
Wow!
Down the line for T3.
Yeah, that set looked really far already on its way past the antenna, and T3 able to still get it through. Look at that. Just a small space between the blockers and the antenna, but they still get the point.
Now Vietnam serves with number 11, Tan Duc Han.
Good save.
There's an open side with Viasna. Nice try there coming from Vietnam, but it doesn't pop up. So back to a 2-point disadvantage for the Cambodians.
Yeah, Viasna getting the better of a triple
Substitution
block.
for Vietnam.
Gets the
Number
point
11 out, number
for
16,
Cambodia.
Cao Duc Hoang in.
Number 11 goes out. Number 16 comes in. That's Cao Duc Hoang, probably to be a defense specialist. They pop it up to the opposite side. T3 again.
Yeah, he's been solid for Vietnam here in the second set.
Just walloping it through, finding the end zone. Serve now comes from Tan Hai Nguyen. Go up to the opposite side. Denied there was Viasna. And what you find interesting is the celebration of the Vietnamese. Very poker face, still very focused on the game.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're happy to block Viasna because he has been the one scoring for Cambodia.
Vietnam starting to establish triple block, but in at last serve, it goes out.
That serve was on its way to the parking lot.
Well, so far, just the green area of the court.
Yeah.
Not yet, not yet.
Okay, the dugout.
Okay. The players' warm-up area. But on the other side, that one went straight to the coach's bench. So an exchange of points again for these two squads.
Another error for Cambodia. Again, that's what you don't want to see because you're down. That time by 3, now by 4.
Vietnam taking control. T3 on the serve. Great serve. Set up. They go to a quick. Coverage was there. They go up. So back row play denied by the triple block from Cambodia, and that works.
That's what we're saying. Finally, a kill block for Team Cambodia. Raxmi. No, that was, yeah, that was Raxmi. He's the one been attempting at blocking, and he finally is successful.
Serve coming from Cambodia. Set up coming from the libero. They go to an open hit, but that one just sails out. Free point for Cambodia.
Yeah, don't look now, it's just a 2-point lead. Remember, in their previous meeting,
Timeout, Vietnam.
Cambodia won 26-24 in the second set.
That's probably why Coach Tai Quang Lai is calling a timeout now, because he recognizes that the opponent they're facing today is not a simple one. So far, Noreen, is Vietnam giving freebies away as well to Cambodia now?
No, I feel that Cambodia is working hard for their points here towards the end of the second set. We saw that good block and a couple of hits there for Cambodia. So Vietnam obviously sensing that Cambodia is back in the game, just down by 2, needing to break the momentum.
2 points away is Cambodia from tying this match. 5 points away from snatching this set away from Vietnam, who won the first set. Serve now coming from Cambodia. Setup coming from Vietnam. They go to a back row play, courtesy of T3, their captain.
Well, he has been, again, the go-to spiker for Team Vietnam. When needed, he scores the all-important points.
Substitution for Vietnam, number 16.
What an angle there, just finding the line, the side, as they bring back in their middle. On the other side, Cambodia going to that hit, but a triple block established against number 9, Raxmi.
Yeah, the blocking again of Team Vietnam really saving this set for them. Great anticipation there.
No, and don't look away. It's set point for Team Vietnam as Cambodia unable to convert that. Raxmi hitting that straight to the antenna. And that brings Cambodia to a 2-set advantage. See that again one more time. Just passing through and gracing the edge of that antenna. It's 2 sets for Vietnam, and we'll see what happens in set number 3 when we return here at the 30th Southeast Asian Games. Back here inside the Philsports Arena in the Pasig City of Philippines, we have Cambodia unable to snatch set number 2 over Vietnam on that last set. So it's 2 sets for Vietnam now in the arena. And so far, what's your assessment of the performance of these 2 squads in the past 2 sets?
Yeah, well, in that second set, we mentioned it, no? While the set was going on, it's really the blocking of Vietnam really saving them there, because Cambodia was playing better. Cambodia minimized their errors from 13 to 5. So that's a huge leap already. And but Vietnam, 7 blocks, 7 kill blocks, 1 for Cambodia. That's already 6 points for you. The second set was 25 to 20. You have 6 blocks. So really, when you try to assess it, it's the blocking that worked wonders for Team Vietnam. But we have to give it to Cambodia. Cambodia played a better set. We can see a lot of people playing well. Viasna played pretty well. But I think Sarum has, he did score some points, but I think towards the end, we didn't hear much from him. So when we talk about a go-to player for a team, it has to be from start to finish. They should have, gotten him more involved also in that latter part of the second set. So here in the third set, if you're Cambodia, just play the way you're playing, a little more aggressive at the net, maybe get not just one, but 3 or 4 blocks and change the complexion of this game. Win the third set, you're putting pressure already on Vietnam.
So far, it's going to be an extension set or it's going to be the last hope of Cambodia to extend this to a 4th or a 5th. But for Vietnam, this is the time for them to finish it and prevent Cambodia from extending. Ooh. Some clarifications first from our officials.
Yeah, he put out a yellow card against Cambodia. So I'm signaling that. I don't probably delay of the game.
Yeah. Well, we had quite a lull also for everything started. So officials double checking everything first as we start.
Yeah, because before a set, the coach or the coaching staff will already submit the starting 6, for the team. Yeah, the R5. So sometimes some players forget, that there are changes, and then they get inside the court. That's an automatic delay of game, and the first referee issued a yellow card.
Makes sense, of course, coming from the volleyball commissioner.
That is a basic start of the game, when you submit
Protocol.
Yeah, protocol is the word. Thank you for that.
Someone who's very familiar with the protocols. 1-0 as Cambodia goes there quick, picked up by Vietnam, unable to pop that to the middle side of the court. Ratanak just getting that point as we see this in our replay.
Substitution for Cambodia.
What a way
Number
to
20
avoid the
out,
blocker.
Number 15, Kun Mom in.
Kun Mom back in for Cambodia as
That was an early substitution for Cambodia. Maybe that was the
delay.
Yeah, the
Maybe
delay.
they wrote the wrong number.
Yeah.
We're unable to see that, but Cambodia now just celebrating as they get to deny T3.
For them, it's finally we gotta stop T3. Oh no, it actually went through
it
the
went
blockers.
through. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
a very confusing celebration on the side of Cambodia. Cambodia goes for that quick, but another block. Vietnam just maximizing the key points that you've mentioned earlier, Noreen, about the blocking of this squad.
Yeah, that was Ngoc Vu actually saying, this is the way to block. The ball should actually land on your court. Because it was
was a
so,
lesson.
yeah, it was so quick. We actually thought it was, it went through, but no, it was, it did go through, and we thought it was a block.
Right now, Vietnam just being very fiery at the net.
So you like that from Vietnam because Cambodia had a good start, although the score is just 4-2. If you see that a team down by 2 had that start here in the third set, you'd be like wary already. But Vietnam just has all the answers so far for Cambodia. Oh, that's Mom. That's why he's there. But it's just sad, no, that. Mom and Viasna actually substitute each other. Imagine if they can play at the same time together with Sarun. That would be firepower for you.
Well, because you also have Raxmi in the rotation, so it's either you get Raxmi, you get Mom, or you get Viasna. The 3 open hitters, or outside hitters, for Team Cambodia, who's been rotating here as great pop-up there coming from Cambodia. We have a long rally here.
Yeah.
Set up. They go to the opposite side.
Oh.
A violation will be called against Cambodia. T3 successful in asking for some pressure from the side of Team Cambodia. Vietnam now ahead by 2 points, Noreen.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a waste because it was a nice long rally, but ended in a net violation. But you have to give it to both teams for their digging.
Set up, they go to the open side and unsuccessful for Kun Mom. Oh, is there a challenge?
The blocks look like it touched the hitter there.
Yeah. Like it grazed the backside.
Oh yeah, so yeah, the referee changed the call.
Call stays. Smart play there. Coming from the center, team captain of Team Cambodia, Chanaro. See that. That's what some setters say. Yeah. That's what some setters say, when they do a quick. They make sure the ball kind of shoots also to the other side, just in case.
Just in case that this time.
Some setters mention that, like some of our analysts here who are very good at setting. Three points for Vietnam. Cambodia trying to catch up here. They go to an open hit.
Oh, good save.
Great save there.
It's not enough.
But Cambodia just having too much spice over this game, as we see that. Great follow-up coming from Sok Heng.
But you like Cambodia being aggressive at this start, at the early part of the third set.
Kun Mom on the serve now, Noreen, as they set up a back row play on the side of Cambodia with that tip on the other side. Chanaro chooses Sarun, and they're unable to pop that up on the side of Vietnam. This is becoming a one-point game.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. No, Sarun is their. We always say he's their go-to player. So in that, towards the end of that second set, I felt that they should have gone more to him as well.
They go up to a back row play. Ball returns, that sails out. T3 getting that point and brings Vietnam to the first technical timeout. Don't go away. We'll be back here at the 30th Southeast Asian Games. We continue our volleyball coverage of the 30th Southeast Asian Games. Vietnam facing Cambodia in the battle for fifth. 2 points ahead is Team Vietnam. They also got 2 sets. So this is the set where things start to become more interesting, or Vietnam just closes it out and finishes the game off.
Well, for Cambodia, it's go big or go home. They have to win this third set to force a fourth set. For Vietnam, well, they look like they're well on their way to a fifth place finish. But again, we always say you cannot be complacent, because you remember this was the team that beat you in your initial outing.
So that's what you want to prevent here, as Cambodia starts to rack up some points. Tied at 8.
I think this is the first tie.
First
tie.
deadlock?
Yeah, the first deadlock, the first tie for both teams. So a good sign for Cambodia.
Now I'm going for that quick. They inch away. That quick attack. Let's see that again.
Yeah, great set. Great set.
Yeah. Connecting to Tan Hai Nguyen. Serve.
Yeah, good serve.
Go up, back row.
Oh!
Missed opportunity there coming from Truk.
Yeah, good effort though. You know, he was there, he just couldn't control it. Too much power from Sarung.
Now it's Shannara's turn to serve. Set up. They go to the open side and they get the ball out. That's T3 overcooking that one.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. You know, for Team Cambodia, you can see individually they have very skillful players. But if they come together as one and play as a team and put pressure on Vietnam, things will look different. You can see Vietnam committing errors. It's actually them putting pressure. That's why they're committing the errors.
So you're saying if they play as one, they win as one.
They win as one.
As Vietnam getting 1 point ahead and tying the set. Serve.
Yeah.
Coming from Vietnam. They go up. Back row. Nice efforts there. Coming from Vietnam. But Cambodia gets a point ahead. Ooh. Challenge call here. Foot fault.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. It looked like his
There is a
toe
challenge
touched
on the call
or
by
kissed
Vietnam.
that attack line.
Football.
Well, we'll see with this challenge. Oh, clear as day.
Yeah.
There is a foot fault.
Wow.
The challenge was
Credit to the
successful.
coaching staff of Vietnam. Well, they've always seemed to find an answer here. But that was an unforced error. But Vietnam trying to keep themselves afloat here in the third set. Oh, good serve. Good serve. Ace serve there. That was Tran. Tran actually is playing big also for Vietnam. He was the one responsible for numerous blocks there in the second set and now an ace.
Trying to get those points from the middle. Serve now coming from Vietnam's Chan.
Another good serve.
Set up, they go to Sarun. On the other side, they choose T3. They go up, back row.
Oh, good save.
Good football
save.
action there. Going for that quick is Cambodia. And they get it with Cao Duc Quang.
That was actually Ratanak.
Oh, sorry, Dad. Ratanak.
But you have to give it for Vietnam for keeping that ball alive. But that's what you want to see from Cambodia. You know, aggressive defense for Vietnam, but you find an answer on that in the side of your court. Oh,
Cambodia going to very sticky moments here against Vietnam as Vietnam starts to sprint away. 2 points ahead.
yeah, that was le for Vietnam.
Tan Hai Nguyen serving now for Vietnam. Nguyen on that serve. They go up to the opposite side to pin, and pin is denied. Pin Sarun is denied, but that block goes out, so the point goes to Cambodia.
Yeah, just down by 1. So this is the time.
They go up
Yeah.
to the opposite side, and point goes to Vietnam.
Yeah, I was about to say this is the time for Cambodia when you want to actually keep it close and even, you know, focus on trying to grab the lead.
Just maintain the distance, make sure no one gets ahead too far away. As you see Vietnam 2 points ahead, service coming from them.
Oh.
Blocking is keeping Vietnam alive. We just saw that block.
And this is always about that time where in Vietnam will create some space between them and Cambodia. That's what we're saying. If you're Cambodia, you have to realize that. You know, you have to acknowledge that fact and do something about it. You know, you have great players again. Maybe go to Pin Sarun from the back. Oh, he's in front.
But right now, even Pin Sarun cannot find an answer to that wall set up by Vietnam. Vietnam now ahead by 4 points. We'll be back after the short messages. Volleyball action continues here at the 30th Southeast Asian Games. It's the men's volleyball tournament that will be concluding for today. Yesterday the women's concluded already, and now it's the men's turn. And our first serving is the battle for 5th between Cambodia and Vietnam. Vietnam ahead by 2 sets. Cambodia just trailing behind here, even at the 3rd. Pun Mom getting that point. Let's see that again. Set up. Going for that cross court.
Yeah, it was off the blocker's hand, clear. Oh, good dig. Oh. They call a net violation, but the challenge will be no touch.
There is a challenge on the call by Cambodia. Net fault.
So the players of Cambodia, certain that they did not touch the net, challenge will be made. And this will be crucial, actually, because we mentioned in the first and in the second set, this is about the time that Vietnam would pull away. So that would, you know, actually give Cambodia, let's see.
Oh, ooh, very tricky there.
So I think the ball was the one that touched the net.
Yeah, there's no net touch.
Yeah.
That could look very tricky from that angle.
The challenge was successful. That point will be replayed.
Okay, so it's a dead ball.
Okay.
And the point will be replayed, as we heard the Barker mention.
So it wasn't just me who found that very tricky, because I wasn't sure if it was the ball or was there a foot that had a slide there, but Vietnam just continues to push through. What a play there, coming from their setter, Van Tu Din.
Another challenge here.
Another challenge here by Cambodia, but this is taking some time.
Yeah, you can see those little cards there, little signages there. Those are the challenges. What can you challenge? Normally when you say you're gonna challenge,
you should be ready with that.
To bring up which one you're gonna challenge. But we also have to give it to the foreign teams, because you know sometimes it's in English,
Yeah.
And some teams are not comfortable with the term. So anyway,
but is that also the reason why there's color code, or that's just for our that's just our way of packaging
the challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, bring out the red one. I'm not sure about that.
Well, it's something that we've been trying out here in the 30th Southeast Asian Games, as they set up an opposite play. Hit from the right side, from the back row.
At T3 again.
Just unstoppable.
Yeah.
You know, it's really surprising to me that Vietnam had trouble racking up some wins given the lineup that they have here. But probably you just counted to a very difficult bracket as Vietnam continues to score. They're up by 5 points already, Noreen.
Yeah, always finding a
Timeout,
solution,
Cambodia.
really.
And it's these little adjustments that really help Team Vietnam, as Cambodia is looking to sort things out in their side of the court. 5 points ahead are the Vietnamese over the Cambodians. Raxmi and the rest of Cambodia trying to navigate their way through this Vietnamese puzzle set up against them.
Well, they're down by 5, talking about Cambodia. Again, we have to mention, we always say, they have to know that they have to win this. We said it earlier already, go big or go home. They're down by 5. They showed us that they can beat the same Vietnam squad. It went the distance in their previous match, went 5 sets, but Cambodia did prevail. So if you think about it, actually they can. It is possible, but so far they can't seem to get, that their groove here.
And there you go, Vietnam just dancing through. They're playing gracefully against Cambodia right now. Just full control of the match. No faltering at any moment as of now. Oh, what a serve from Huang.
Yeah, ace serve there. But when you watch this game, you'll see the way Vietnam evolved in this match. They know we know, we mentioned it early on, that the strength of Vietnam is their blocking. The first set, they did show us 0 blocks, but boy, did the blocks come out in the second set, 7-1.
And you must also count the fact that they establish blocks, even though it's not a kill block, they get a hand of it. So that's really how their game evolved in the past 3 sets. As Cambodia serves, they go up to a running hit on the side of Vietnam. It's popped up by Cambodia. Off the hands of the libero of Vietnam, that was Hun Trung Tuk.
A good save there. And Cambodia, that's what you want to see now. Okay, you score a point. You string up a couple of more points. Make this an interesting set.
Never say die attitude.
Yes.
Set up, they go to a quick, denied by a double block from Cambodia. Cambodia has been stringing up some points here in the past few rallies.
Yeah, 2 straight points there. That's a start. That's a huge start already.
Timeout, Vietnam.
Vietnam's turn to call timeout as Cambodia is slowly inching their way closer to the Vietnam score. It's 4 points away, Noreen, and so far, what do these 2 squads need to do in this latter part of the 3rd set to either A, close it out for Vietnam, or B, for Cambodia to extend this to a 4th and maybe a 5th?
Well, Vietnam, for me, they've been playing consistent here in this match. Not perfect, but consistent. Now blocking is still there. They've been serving well. But here for Cambodia, a better showing right now. The last 2 points, 2 straight points for Cambodia. So right now, the most important thing for them to do is get the service in. Give a tough serve.
Cambodia serving now. Picked up by Vietnam. They go up to a back row hit, and that is good. Back to a 5-point advantage.
T3 has been really their savior. Every time things get tough, when the score gets a bit close, they go to him and he scores.
Back row coming from Pinsarun, but they got the point back with that off the block hit. Look at that again. Pinsarun just soaring and hitting it off the hands of blockers, going for that angle.
Boy, remember that name, Pinsarun. Very young team, very young player. He's going to be the heart of this Cambodian squad. So in the future, I'm sure he's going to even get better, as you said earlier, Sinch. When he bulks up, he get to, develop some mass in his body. Can you imagine how good this guy will be?
Well, that's something that we should watch out for in the next editions
Ooh.
of Southeast Asian Games.
And a kill block there for Cambodia. Don't look now, it's just 2 points. Vietnam's just ahead by 2 points. On cue, Pinsarun with that block, and look at his reaction.
Cambodia starting to get fired up here. Vietnam looking for an answer after liquidating their lead to a 2-point deficit. Make that 3 with D3's attack.
Boy, when in need, go to T3, and he's been delivering for Vietnam. Again, your go-to guy for Vietnam.
Now it's Tan Duc Han's turn to serve.
Good serve.
Set up. They go to tip. Unable to save that was Vietnam. Great play there. Coming from Chanaro. And conniving was Raxmi with a tip.
Yep, smart tip. And they're putting pressure right now on Vietnam.
Number 11 out, number 16, Cao Doc Huang in.
Cao Doc Huang returned in for Tan Duc Han. Serve coming from Cambodia. The soft serve, but pretty much directed. Soft tip though on the other side.
And
T3.
Yeah, I mean, who else would it be? This third set, it's been him.
Now it's match point situation for Team Vietnam. They just need 1 point to close this out. Cambodia needs 3 to extend this. Vietnam now on the serve. This is not impossible yet for Cambodia. But
lucky break.
Lucky break there. You've got the words there, Noreen. Right. It's lucky break for Team Cambodia.
It's like them handing, here's 5th place to you, and Vietnam says, no, we don't want to we don't want you to give it, we want to take it.
Let's see if they would take it, as this is just 2 points away from Cambodia to extend this. They go back, set, and that's off the block. Smart play coming from T3. That gives the 5th
At the end of this match,
track
Vietnam wins in straight
to
sets,
Team
25
Vietnam
to 15,
in straight
25 to
sets
20,
fashion.
25 to 22.
Very different from how they started out against Cambodia in their first meeting.
Yeah, if you watch this match, you wouldn't have thought that Cambodia actually beat Team Vietnam in 5 sets. But Vietnam really playing so well. That man in front of you, number 14, T3, just was solid, was huge for Vietnam. Every time they needed him, he would deliver, literally carrying the team on his back. So good game for Vietnam, and they finish in 5th.
So Vietnam finishes their SEA Games campaign on a high note with the win and at 5th place. Now we will be wrapping up this game when we return here at the 30th Southeast Asian Games.